Peter O'Toole?
Yes, he's the one that Joaquin Phoenix's character kills at the beginning. And then a lot of the sort of things that Maximus says are sort of very Stoic inspired. The irony of that movie is that Joaquin Phoenix probably underplays how bad Marcus Aurelius' son was in real life.
Really?
He really did get killed by a gladiator. He was a psychopath. Immediately destroys all of Marcus's work. It's one of the tragedies of Marcus that he has a POS son.
I've always wondered, like, how that seemed like it's Joffrey from Game of Thrones. Like, that is a very common thing.
Yeah.
Why is that, like, it's an archetype?
It is. There's another great Eastern emperor, Cyrus the Great, and he has a shitty son too. It doesn't look like Queen Elizabeth's kids are that great. But what's interesting about Marcus is, like, it's weird that he's such this great man, and then most people know nothing about him. But, like, Marcus's father was not emperor. So there's what they call the 5 good emperors. So there's basically, in all of Roman history, there's like 5 good emperors, and they happen in a row. And they happen in a row because each one does not have a male heir. So they don't have sons. So in the Roman tradition, it was much more common to, if you didn't have a son, you would adopt a son. And so the Emperor Hadrian is old, probably gay, does not have any children, and he adopts. He sees something in Marcus. Marcus is young, but he sort of starts mentoring this boy. They actually go, like, hunting together. Like, he sees something special in this kid. Marcus's nickname was Verismus, or the truthful one. But he's, like, just a kid. And Hadrian realizes he's too young to name him emperor. So he selects a man named Antoninus Pius, who's the great politician of the time, and makes him emperor on condition that he adopt Marcus Aurelius. So Marcus, and then the thinking was Antoninus Pius would live for like 5 years, and then Marcus would be king. And in fact, he lives for like 19 years. So Marcus has like a 20-year apprenticeship in being the emperor under a man who like could have killed him, who could have been corrupted by power, but is this incredible example. And that's why at the beginning of Meditations, Marcus has like a 2-page thank you letter to Antoninus, his adopted stepfather.
Oh, wow.
It's fucking crazy.
And his son, what was the deal with the wife?
Marcus's wife?
Yes.
So Marcus's wife, Faustina, is, I guess it would be, Faustina is Antoninus's daughter. So they're not related, but they marry the family together. Marcus loves her. They're married a very long time. There are rumors that she's unfaithful, but as far as we know, Marcus pays, no attention to this, does not believe them. But the tragedy of their marriage is Marcus loses like 7 children before they reach adulthood.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine that?
Well, that was very common back then, though, wasn't it?
7's a lot, though.
It is a lot, but isn't that's one of the reasons why the general age that people lived to was so low back then? People think that people died, your age of expected death. It wasn't that. It's just like you died in childbirth. You died, when you were young. You died from infection. It wasn't that people didn't live as long.
Yes. Like, there's lots of old people in Rome. Mm-hmm. It's just like getting
to that
over.
hump.
Like, if you made it to 40, maybe you can make it to 80.
Right.
But like, chances are you weren't going to make it to 20.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, they're all sword fighting and shit.
That's also true. I mean, just imagine you could cut your hand and die of an infection.
Yeah, real. And obviously they're shitting in the streets and this fucking horrible
Even rich
diseases.
people don't have toilets.
Yeah.
Like, they know nothing.
Yeah.
So that's one of the sort of, not rationalizations, but if you're like, how does it go so wrong that this great man leaves the empire to his son?
Yeah.
Well, he does have a male heir. That's a problem, unlike all his predecessors. But it's that every one of the sons that he wanted to succeed him died.
Oh.
And there's some speculation that Marcus's plan